Playing end rail position shots. While a considerable majority of shots in three-cushion billiards originate off the side rail, this time we're going to look at the effects of some shots that begin with the top rail, fairly common in everyday play, even more so in championship play. This group of shots focuses on positioning the first ball in high percentage scoring lanes along the long cushions between the first and seventh diamonds. With this aspect in mind, our primary concern now becomes the speed of the first object ball and English U part to it. Diagram 2 shows you a shot overlooked by novice and intermediate players, which is actually an extremely effective position shot. Their mistake is to play off the left side of the ball for an extended short-angled path. It's very easy to make that way, and okay if you only need 1 point to win, but it offers no position opportunities. The end rail shot in Diagram 3 also presents an excellent opportunity for continuing a run. First, look at the angle and carom you'll need to bring the first ball back into that high-scoring percentage lane. The end rail shot in Diagram 4 is one that comes up repeatedly at all levels of play, so much so that your handling of it may well be the deciding factor in whether you win or lose. In this type of shot, always bank the first ball perpendicular to the long cushion, with enough speed to land on the other long rail in your high percentage scoring lane. In Diagram 5, we have a shot similar to the previous example, except the second ball is positioned in the opposite corner. Still, we have to approach the shot with the same technique, only with more speed, to drive the first ball twice across the table to a prime lane for the next shot. Since the second ball is already in the corner, remember the primary objective here is to place the first ball in a high percentage lane. Don't lose sight of that goal. Throughout the years, I've noticed many players who face the position in Diagram 1 take a chance by playing the inside of the first ball, or cushion first, trying to beat the kits, which may or may not offer up a good position for the next shot. By playing the outside ball shot and contacting the first ball half full instead of thin, and favoring a short stroke, you carry the first ball around three cushions to a high percentage lane. In Diagram 2, the position of the balls requires a delicate touch to achieve a good position for the next shot. Hitting the first object ball fairly thin to bank the ball across the side to the long cushion with a short, soft stroke, and 12 o'clock English will serve well here. Take care in the timing and tempo to avoid a potential kiss. For the position in Diagram 3, the player can take advantage of applying the outside of the ball aiming system. The position of the third ball in this example does not allow for much error. The only real problem is, once again, the timing and tempo issue with the first ball and cue ball crossing paths in the center table area. Scoring the point should occur before the object ball comes to rest in the corner as diagrammed. The position in Diagram 4 is pretty elementary in position, similar to the example in Diagram 3. This shot is executed only 3 cushion and there is no chance of a kiss. For the final example of the outside the ball position shots, Diagram 5. This position requires the player to apply a rapid stroke with extreme 4 o'clock English and a 50% hit on the object ball. Once again, there is a timing element to this shot to avoid the kiss from the first ball banking twice across the table for position to a high percentage lane once more. In Diagram 6, the example shows the third ball in the corner, so the player already has at least one position element they don't have to concern themselves with. Now they can concentrate on the proper speed and hit on the first object ball. For the shot in Diagram 6, he needs to apply extreme 3 o'clock English and a 10% hit on the object ball along with the normal follow through and enough speed to bank the first ball across the table to a high percentage lane. For the position in Diagram 7, the player needs to apply a different technique as far as the stroke and hit on the first object ball to maintain maximum effect on the cue ball on all 3 cushions. There it is. The shot in Diagram 8 represents the advantage of having a huge scoring target area. With the proper speed and techniques, these types of positions yield excellent results to continue with a series of points. This shot requires the player to contact the first object ball 15% full with 12 o'clock English and a normal stroke. A little hint: when trying to create a flattened long angle as in this example, use as little wrist action as possible. It will help to lessen the effect on the first cushion. The example in Diagram 9 arises on a regular basis. How the player approaches this position will determine how long they remain at the table. The main factor in most inside of the ball end rail position shots is to determine the angle to the approach of the first ball and control that ball and still score the point. In the final position, Diagram 10, we have a very simple, delicate end rail position shot. All the player needs to remember is to play for the correct speed and not so much wrist action to help the cue ball float down to the opposite corner.